where it's at. You heard?
Guys, SpitYaGameTv with Paul, Big L.
And your girl Kitten. Good morning, good morning, good morning, New England.
So we're here with a reggae artist from Massachusetts, Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Well, my name is Amrah.
Amrah.
Raul, aka Amrah.
Okay. And how long have you been doing music?
All my life.
All your
I'd
life?
say. Yeah.
Okay. Have you performed at any shows out here?
Yeah. I perform at a music festival. I perform in Hartford. I just had a performance the other day at the Aquarius nightclub.
Okay.
So I do a few performances around town.
Okay.
I did hear, my boy said you did one of his first parties at Kickback Pandora. I don't know what it was at the time, but he said you came through there, so.
Yeah, I perform at the Kickback a lot. That's my spot.
That's your spot? That's the spot.
That's my spot.
Now, but, did you have any influences growing up as far as music? I mean,
Church.
church?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of church. Actually, growing up there was a church in my yard. Actually, growing up there was a church in my yard.
Oh, yeah.
My grandmother was, somewhat like an evangelist in the church.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up in the church, listening to a lot of church music and a lot of other music too.
Right.
But yeah, that's where I think my influence come from.
That's good. That's great.
Do you have videos on YouTube?
Yeah, I have a few videos out there on YouTube. Not anything real professional. I'm getting into that. That's what this new album is about. Getting some professional video out because I'm doing it all independent. It's all me.
Right. Everything.
So I have to take it in stride.
So her nephew does videos, and so you can check out his quality on
Okay.
videos. No,
Okay.
seriously.
Yeah. No, for real. That's good.
Yeah.
He really does. He does.
Yeah, I heard his I seen they said his quality of his videos are real
Very,
good.
and he got drones. You
Yeah.
know, the little thing that fly around. He got drones. He's ready.
So how many albums do you have?
Well, so far I got 2. I sell all my music online.
Okay.
I have my own app. It's called Amrah, AMRAH. So it's basically out in all the Play Store, because when you're doing it independent, you have to basically target all these stores. So what I do, I target all these online stores. So I have my music is in Spotify, Yahoo Music. I market it through Reverb Nation, and that's who I create my app through. So basically, so what I'm doing now is marketing it out so that everybody knows where it is, so they can get. And I don't like the restriction about releasing 1 or 2 or 3 tunes. I think your artist is supposed to have songs, and not only that, it gives people a variety of songs that you do, so they get to know you. You know what I mean, across all genres. If you're the artist with the talent, that can go across all genres.
And you feel you can do that, right? You feel you can go
Yeah, I think I know I can.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. I know I can, right?
I can.
Now, do you have duets? Do you have you worked on it? Features and duets. Well, I'm thinking about duets is with a man and a female. Do you have any? Do you have
Yeah, well, I work with Jay Shardy, Julian Bett. One of my album was produced by Bucky, Poor Material, and that's still the camp. Yeah, the mic.
Okay.
That's still the camp. So we did Memories together, which is a very good track. We did One Thing. That's another track that I did referring to my grandma. Certain things that she embedded in you, you just can't forget. When you lose a loved one that you really love, the pain doesn't go away. It's like, it's here,
Yeah. And then also, like you said, though, it was good that she got to influence you to, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm going even harder now because before she passed, she's a church person, and reggae. She loves reggae because it's a country
music,
thing, right? But she kind of wanted me doing gospel, But before she died, she said, you know what, just bless the word with the talent, do what you gotta do, and so I'm just on that path.
I would follow that. Grandma knows.
Yeah, Grandma, she knows.
She knows exactly right. Yeah,
she's one of the smartest women that I have ever met in this lifetime.
Now, on your albums and your songs, do you have live instruments? People play live instruments, or is everything good?
Okay, I'm glad you said that. My brother makes some beats. I also get my beats made from Spooky. And
Springfield?
yeah, he's a part of the Core Material Connection too. He's a good beat maker. He makes a lot of great beats, and it's so sad that there's so much talent around here, and we can't, you know, people don't really recognize, or even if they recognize, not everybody pencil in to really support or push it to say, no, it's from here. You know, everybody's like selfish. It's like, yeah, and that's the part about this thing that I totally hate, the selfish aspect of it. You know, I feel like you can go further if everybody come together, if you network, if you create a connection, you know.
Now, yeah, what's your brother's name?
Marlon Edwards.
Okay, Marlon, he does.
You better not work at Kickback.
No, he's in Jamaica still.
Okay.
He's the only one of my brothers that's basically down there. He makes beats. He's a producer. He just loves music.
Have you asked for him?
And he sells female shoes. He likes selling female shoes.
That's because he knows
he likes the female.
Yeah.
Women spend money.
I know that's right.
Women spend money. He don't do. Are you gonna ask for him to come?
Yeah, I mean, sooner or later, I'm going down next month. Because
some people come to the United States and be like, shit, I'd rather stay in my country. A lot of people start to notice that because people think, America, they come here and they be like, oh, you're gonna be simply rich, and you have to let them know, like, no, that's really,
yeah.
It's really hard
just as hard,
here.
just as hard as home. You know, you just gotta work hard.
So you do. That's a good question though. Like, do you feel like a lot of artists at home? Now, where exactly are you from? May I ask?
Okay. All right, so I'm from St. Catherine, Jamaica.
Oh, that's why we connected.
Yeah.
Give me some of that.
Yeah. I'm from a place called Sufferers Heights. Sufferers Heights.
Oh, Sufferers Heights.
Right. That's where they had the Jamaica Limited, Guinness Jamaica Limited factory, hand juice factory. You know, it's a rough town. I come from a rough town.
So okay. So you come from a rough town. I was gonna ask, like, do you feel like people are more supportive over there of anything? Like, I mean,
Absolutely.
Is it hard over there like it is, like you said over here, about the connecting and stuff? Or do you have, since it's like more...
All right, with Jamaican people, they're not biased when it comes to music.
If they like it, they like it.
If they like it, they like it. If they don't like it, they just don't like it. So if you're an artist making that quality tune and you're in Jamaica, you're gonna be heard because they're gonna give you that chance to be heard. My thing is, I've been doing it here for a while. The whole thing is, my story is kind of difficult. I used to be a police officer in Jamaica, a detective.
Okay.
So back then I could not be a cop and perform for the general public.
Right. You
All right?
still had to hold up that title.
There's a conflict of interest over there.
Conflict of interest. So what happened is, I got a track scholarship from the Commissioner of Police to go to a junior college in Jamaica, GC Foster College, which is a teacher coaching institution. And from there, within a year, I started running for Jamaica. I walk onto the track team and never run high school track. I was a cop.
Track star.
I was a track star.
Music.
A reggae artist.
A reggae artist.
A technician.
A technician. There you go.
I don't think there's no limits. I don't think there's no limits.
You gotta
I
carry
want to
on.
ask a question. Now, they think, this is what people think, that everybody from Jamaica smokes weed. You know, that's a stereotype. It's a stereotype. Is it legal out there? Is it legal out there? Because
you're gonna ask me a question if I'm a cop about weed.
Yeah, but is it legal?
Right.
This is what people do out there. So I mean, if I was a police officer,
You just want to clear the air.
All right, let me clear the air on that. Basically, weed is so prevalent in Jamaica, whereas it might not be legal, but the cops doesn't really. It's not that serious of a crime for them to pay attention to.
Yeah, why, right?
Because it's that right. But if you smoke it in their face and stuff like that, then basically there's a problem. You gotta show some respect for. You understand?
For the authority, yeah.
So in that aspect, I would say no, it's not legal. But
I would think it's
a little more like how
I think it's getting there. Well, to me, I would say it's legal because if they don't mess with you for it, then you have that free access.
I don't smoke, but I know if I lived on an island, like I drink Bacardi. They make Bacardi in Puerto Rico. I drink rum. You understand me? That's what I do. I know if I lived in Jamaica, I'd be like, oh, I'd be my own plant. You know what I'm saying? You just snip my plant or whatever and just chill. I think it's regular shit. Wouldn't it be regular? I mean, people make tea with the shit too.
Yep.
You understand?
Because it's medicinal.
Cookies,
medicinal
brownies.
purposes.
I think everything, you can do shit, but in moderation. Just don't abuse it.
Of course.
You know,
I think so too.
Yeah,
we might digress from the
like you can't. I don't think you should smoke a whole blunt to the face.
I think we got some weed enforcers in here.
No blunt to the
I think we got some weed activists.
Somebody want to smoke,
Some weed activists in
Somebody
here.
want to smoke,
Yeah, I see.
I ain't gonna say who.
I don't smoke, but when I get older, I might
She
pick
want
that up.
She want puff.
When somebody pick that up, I might have.
Oh, I'm gonna be an old lady with my joints.
Yeah,
5 of them.
maybe.
Lit all at once.
But I thought it would be legal out there. I was like, why not?
Yeah. I think so too. I think it should be.
And they make do they make Ray and nephew that alcohol in Jamaica?
It's overproof. Now I told you I work at Pandora.
Why would you
right?
say overproof?
Because it is overproof, bro.
I would say it's upperproof.
Upperproof.
Upperproof, not overproof.
Definitely not under. It's definitely not under.
Upperproof.
You can smell that shit from when I make my drinks at work. This only liquor nobody wants a lot of.
No, of course
You
not.
can smell that shit from a mile away.
That's why they make rum punch. I like the punch.
We make good stuff.
I like
we make some good
good.
stuff.
I like the punch. I don't like
There's a lot of talent
straight.
in that country where I come from. Jamaica has a lot of talent in many different areas, you know.
I'm very sure. Like I said, where I work now,
Look at
I
Bolt.
kick back.
I gotta say that man is immaculate.
Who?
Bolt. You saying Bolt?
Oh yes. The Olympic.
Gets
Oh,
crazy
you said,
like
yo,
that.
he
Y'all see my
was
Puerto Rican
out.
tennis player? She won gold.
Oh, yeah?
She won gold in my country, at least.
So
you know what I'm saying? We got one.
She said we got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. That's what's up, though. Have you been watching the Olympics? I'm taking it you have.
Yeah.
Been rooting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at my
That's
job,
good.
everybody been. I'm telling you, you know.
Yeah, I have to root for my fellow athletes, you know.
Now,
I know that you're former former track star.
Track star.
Right.
400 meter.
400. See.
so your music is old school reggae feel or that new craziness that I see? The jumping off and humping the girls and
You do a lot of.
It has the range to be both. It can range from anything. I don't think I have a limit, to be honest.
okay.
I don't
Depends on
think
how
I-
you feel that.
Yeah, it depends on how I feel. Like, if I hear a beat, it's like it talks to me.
Okay.
You know, it's different for me. I think it's crazy. It gets crazy in my head when I hear music.
I can understand as a fellow artist.
Yeah.
When you hear beats, I can hear the whole story in my head.
Yeah.
Like I can, if I feel.
If you give me jazz, if it's a good jazz, I'm gonna vibe jazz. If you give me deep reggae, some Bob Marley,
you a twerking beat, you
I-
make the
I-
girls twerk.
they will twerk.
I have a friend and she's from is it Saint Croix? She's from the Virgin Islands. She had a party. She speaks fluent Spanish. A lot of people from the islands, people don't know, speak Spanish. Now, I went to one of her parties. They played American music. All the Jamaicans, they did not dance to the rap music. That's word to everything I love. They was sucking their teeth, pissed. Then they played reggaeton. They was dancing. I couldn't believe it. I don't even like reggaeton. They was dancing. Yeah, but they danced to it. They was dancing. They was dancing to Gasolina, but they would not dance to
Reggae is a blessed music, I think.
They would not
reaches
dance
all
to the
nation.
thing. They would not dance
It
to
reaches
the
all
American.
nation.
I'm not surprised. A lot of people
Reggae reaches all nation.
have its own.
I like the nice music, the love music. I love my country. I love my lady. I love all that. I don't all that. Nah, I don't understand it.
You listen to Crazy Monkey Group.
No, they be acting crazy.
I don't like singing violent tune. Not that I can, but I just don't think it's right, especially for the future and for kids growing up. So I try not to, in my writing, not to go there or emphasize on that aspect.
I mean, I feel like when you talk about it as a learning experience and you can try to deter kids from, making the same mistakes, things need to be heard, whether they're good or bad. They need to be heard because you never know who they influence. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, if you know, that's the same thing. I don't want to have to use derogatory terms just because, you know, that's not music.
To sell music.
That's
you know
not
what I'm
music.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like things like
I'm sure there's
music-
words that can emphasize or take the place of that
We
swear
use
word.
a euphemism for
Right,
something
exactly.
else. You know?
There you go.
From your first album to now, how have you grown?
I think I've grown to the point where I give myself goosebumps. So I think I'm fully grown right now. I think I'm ready, and that's why I'm heading out to the streets with my new album, full force, new video, everything. I'm just gonna go all out with this. There's been a lot of things that have been holding me back from doing this music, you know, and I don't want to really get into it really on the set, but it's been about 7 years of tribulation coming to this point.
Wow, so you've been doing this for
So
a
I've
while.
been doing it for a while, and with all that restriction around it, to this point, I think it has given me the drive to say what I just said. Give myself goosebumps. I'm to that point, I think.
Okay,
That's
so
what's up.
like
You done
you
reached
said,
the
there's
pinnacle.
restrictions, and like you said, here, for some apparent reason, there's not a brother looking to your left or right that's willing to help you. Would you branch out? Because I know there's a strong Caribbean community in Hartford. You understand? There's a strong community in New York. Like, once you go in the 200s in New York, you straight up, that's like you in Jamaica or you in the islands.
Well, that's what I'm
They
doing
own their
now.
own businesses, they help each other.
That's what you got to do.
That's what I'm doing now. I'm networking all the way across. the
Okay.
water. So we're like, for example, Hartford is considered New England. So I know a few people in New England, and on that Reverb Nation, I've been #1 in New England for a while.
I've seen you on Reverb
So they
too.
pretty much know me. You know what I mean?
You know how they do the suggested friends, or if you ever heard
Yeah,
of, you did
yeah.
go across my
Yeah,
screen too.
yeah.
So they only do that when you
Yeah.
making noise. You know
So
what
I'm now at the point where I'm just running with everything. I'm going out.
Going
if you
for
could
it.
play some of the
I was
music,
gonna
you know
say,
what I'm
now
saying?
let's get
And
into
people
that.
can hear what's really going on.